Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a video on some of my favorite brushes that I use like every single day. They're all really affordable and they're not from the drugstore, but a lot of these are from Morphe. I have a few from Sigma and I have like one from Anastasia Beverly Hills. A big part of how you apply your makeup is the quality of the brushes that you have, and that's a big part of learning to do eye makeup especially. Is you can't really apply something if you don't have the right brush, just like you can't fix something that's broken if you don't have the right tools. I know it can be kind of overwhelming, like trying to figure out which brushes you need, which brushes you don't need. Like I know when I'm shopping for brushes, I'm sometimes thinking these brushes look exactly the same, I don't need both of these. So I'm hoping that this video will kind of give some people some ideas of some brushes that they need. I'm going to be talking a lot about blending brushes and specific blending brushes that I use for specific parts of my eyeshadow. So I'm hoping that that will help some of you to figure out which brushes you really need in your collection. So if you guys want to see some of my favorite brushes, then just keep on watching. So I'm going to start out with eye brushes, and I've got quite a bit, and you can see that one gold one on this end that is really irritating me. And these are all dirty because I use them like every single day, and I use them today, so they're dirty. But the first brush that I'm going to talk about is this Anastasia Beverly Hills number 12 brush. They advertise it with their pomade, which is what I use it with, their Dip Brow pomade. It's what I fill in my eyebrows with, and it's got this little angled brush. I don't know if that's focusing, but it's got this little angled brush on this end, and then it's just got a spoolie on this end, and it's very dirty. But this is what I use on my eyebrows every single day, and I really don't think I would be able to do my eyebrows with any other brush. The next brush that I'm going to talk about is the brush I do my eyeliner with, and I actually use the brush that comes with my eyeliner. I use the L'Oreal Infallible Gel Liner. I'm not really sure what the name is called exactly, but it comes with a little brush, this little lid, and it's just this. I like how it's like short and it's not like a really long brush. I feel like I can hold it in my hand easier. I don't know, I really love this brush for eyeliner, which is weird because usually when a brush comes with a product, it's like complete crap. But I love this brush. I've tried tons of other eyeliner brushes and I always use this one. And it comes with my eyeliner, so I get new brushes every single time I buy eyeliner. The only thing that sucks is every single time I do my eyeliner, I have to like clean this brush. So I'll just do my eyeliner and then just like literally scribble it all over my hand and then clean it off with a makeup wipe. But if you keep it clean, then, well, not really completely clean, but you just get all that eyeliner off of it, then it works awesome. And I definitely recommend that eyeliner and this brush. Another brush that kind of goes with my eyebrows and my eyeliner, which is what I'm talking about next, is this little tiny baby brush that looks like it probably is good for nothing, but I literally couldn't live without this brush. Like, you could use this to cut your crease or something like that, but I use this after I do my eyeliner. I'll put like some concealer right underneath of it, and I'll take this little tiny brush and just like clean it up. And I also, after I do my eyebrows, I'll put concealer on top of them and underneath them and clean those up too with this. It's just the perfect little tiny detail brush that you can do any little small thing with that you need really good precision. I also use this after I do my lipstick if I mess up and I go outside of the lines, and I'll just take this with some concealer and just sharpen up those edges. I love, love, love this brush. And this is, I didn't even say the name, this is the Morphe M508 brush, and I'm pretty sure it's like $2 or $3. Like I said, it's like a really small brush, like it literally looks like nothing, and I bought this on accident. On the side it looks like a regular like flat shader brush, and it's not. It's very, very small, but I love it. I love it. I totally recommend it, especially if you have trouble getting your eyeliner super, super sharp. This totally does the trick. Now I'm actually moving into eyeshadow brushes, and the first brush that I'm going to be talking about is the Morphe E27, and it's this really big fluffy brush, and I love this brush for putting down my transition color because it's super big, it's super fluffy, super soft, and when you put down your transition shade you want it to kind of be all in your crease, and this is just the perfect shape and it blends everything out super easily, and I just love it. I love this brush. I use it every single day when I use my transition shade, so yeah, definitely recommend. The next brush is one that a lot of people talk about, and which is why I bought it. It's the Sigma E40 tapered blending brush. Just another blending brush. It's a little bit smaller than that last one that I talked about, just a little bit. So it's just for colors that will go right underneath that transition shade, and it's also, of course, really good for blending. Once you put that color in, blend it out with this. I love this brush. I, once again, couldn't live without this brush. Use it every single day. I have backups. Love it. Definitely recommend if you are just unsure of a good crease brush and you don't really know all the steps to blending and all the little tricks to blending your eyeshadow. This brush will help you blend tremendously, even if you only use like one color. It's a really good blending brush that will obviously blend your eyeshadow very well. The next brush, which is also a lot like the Sigma E40, it's the Sigma E35. It's again just a little bit smaller than the E40, and you would just use this for colors underneath that other color if you are trying to get like a gradient effect. I love this brush. Again, same as the E40, blends really well, super soft, just a really good brush overall. And Sigma is very affordable too. Morphe is more affordable, but Sigma isn't like super expensive. Another blending brush, well, I don't really use this as a blending brush. I kind of use this to set down really dark colors that I want really tight in my crease. This is the Morphe M441. I like this brush a lot because it is fluffy, but it's also like pointed towards the top, so I can really control where I want that color to go, but I can also kind of blend it at the same time. I'll use this like after I do my eyeshadow and put on my eyeliner and put on my lashes, and I see that I kind of want my eye to be a little bit darker, so I'll take this and I'll really put that color like right in my crease right there. And yeah, I just really love this brush for that specifically. It's really good for colors that you want in a specific spot, but you don't want them blended all over your eye. Another blending brush, and this is actually the last one. And this is the Morphe M433. This is kind of similar to that last one that I talked about. It's like smaller though, and it's kind of bigger on that side and skinnier that way. And I'll kind of use this for the same exact thing for like darker colors that I really want tight in my crease, but this is just a little bit smaller, so it's a little bit more detailed and precise. Now these next three brushes are brushes that I use for my under eye area. I didn't include the brushes in this video like a regular shader brush and like a flat definer brush, just because I feel like those are pretty simple brushes that anything works. Like I have like a $1 e.l.f. brush that's a flat shader brush that I use all the time. I mean, literally any brush like that from any brand is practically going to do the exact same thing. It's not very hard to find a brush like that, so that's why I didn't include those in this video. But these are more for like blending out your under eye, and I also have a brush that I use to highlight parts of my eye. So the brush that I use to highlight my inner corners and my brow bone, and literally any brush that is shaped like this, I kind of just am showing this for reference. It's just a little tiny brush. I don't know why nothing's focusing, but little tiny brush that can really get in those areas like your inner corner to highlight, or your brow bone. You don't want to get anything too big, because if it's too big then it's gonna mess up the other eyeshadow, and you just want something really small and precise for that. So yeah, this, I didn't even tell you what this was. Again, this is the Real Techniques detailer brush, and I have one from Wet n Wild that's the same type of thing, but just any kind of little brush like that will usually do the trick. So now for my under eye, I use this brush, and I don't know what I would do without this brush in my life. This is the Sigma E25. I don't really know how I would use this on my actual upper eye. It's like a weird brush. It's flat and like skinny and big on that way. I don't know, it's kind of weird, but for under eye, it's perfect. I just get my color right on that top part and just completely blend it out under there. And it blends it really easily because it's not like a pencil brush, so it's not like you're just depositing color in one spot and just like basically drawing a line back and forth, and it's not even blending. This will really blend out those colors just like it would on your upper part of your eye, and that's why I really like it. I don't really use dark colors with this brush. I'll use this more as like my transition shades that I'm blending my darker colors into. I'll set these down, and then I'll take a pencil brush or a flat definer brush for the darker colors, and then I'll go back over it with this to blend it out some more. A good pencil brush that I have in my collection is the Morphe G27. It's like their gunmetal collection, I think. And again, pencil brushes are kind of like the same, I think. Like, I mean, some people probably see a difference, but they're just like small pointed brushes. I like this one. I have a few, and this is like my favorite that I have, and I was already including so many Morphe brushes. I thought if these people need a pencil brush, this is a good one from Morphe, so that's why I included it. This is good for really putting that darker color underneath my eye on the outer corner or wherever I want it to go. And it's soft. It's like very sturdy, like it doesn't like bend. I like that. Like, I don't know, it's a pencil brush. I like it, it's good. Okay, now I'm moving on to face brushes, and again, I don't have like every single brush that you would need for your face. I just included the ones that I felt like were important and ones that were like standouts in my collection, and things that like I couldn't see myself doing a certain thing without this brush, if that makes sense. So like I didn't put like an all over powder brush just because all powder brushes do the same thing. It doesn't really take a specific brush to just put powder all over your face, so I didn't include that. But I think other than that, I pretty much have every other type of brush. I didn't put a brush that I like set my concealer with either, because again, you can use just any type of brush for that. The first face brush that I'm going to talk about is literally the best. I've said that about all of these brushes because they're my favorite, but this brush you need in your life. If you don't buy any of these brushes and you don't listen to any of these reviews that I'm giving, you should listen to this one. This is the Morphe M439, and it's a foundation brush, and it saved my foundation game. There's an e.l.f. brush that's similar called the e.l.f. All Over Complexion brush, I think. I'm not positive, but it's an all black brush, and it kind of looks similar to this, and that one's good too. But this is by far my favorite foundation brush. It just buffs my foundation in beautifully. It doesn't leave any streaks. I just love it. I have no complaints. It's the best. It will make your foundation look beautiful, I promise. The next brush I have here is this e.l.f. Flawless Face brush. That's hard to say. I've never like actually had to say it until now. I like to use this brush for bronzer because it's skinny on this side but bigger on this side. I feel like I say that about so many brushes. I guess I just have a thing for brushes that are shaped like that, but I think it's just perfect to really get that bronzer where you want it, and it's very soft. Doesn't make my bronzer apply patchy or anything like that, and it's e.l.f., so of course it's really affordable, and yeah, it's really great. Next, for contour, I have this Morphe M523 brush. Just a really good brush. It really applies the color exactly where I want it because, again, it's skinny and then big, so it's great for getting it where you want it and then turning it the fatter way and blending it out. It's kind of hard to find contour brushes, I think. I never really knew what to get. You always saw people contouring, but you never really knew the brush to get. So any kind of brush that's shaped like this is perfect for contour. Next, I have a blush brush, and this is the Morphe E4, and shaped like this. It's angled, but it's bigger. I don't know, I wouldn't really think that I would have liked this brush before just because it's shaped weird, but it's really great because a lot of other brushes that are like bigger don't really pick up enough product for my liking. I don't wear like an excessive amount of blush, but I wear more than I think other people do. So I really want my brush to pick up that pigment. And where this is flat, you can really just like shove it in there and get all the color that you want. And then last but certainly not least, this is the brush that I highlight with, and I would definitely recommend it if you're gonna get two of these brushes. I would get the foundation one and this highlighting brush. This is the Morphe M510, and it's just this perfect little brush to really get highlight exactly where you want it, and I just love it. I have no complaints. I used to use a fan brush, and then I realized after I used this that the fan brush really just kind of gets highlight everywhere, and this really puts it exactly where you want it. But it doesn't apply it in like a streak, if that makes sense. Like, it still applies it in like a nice blended way. And yeah, I just really love this brush. So yeah, that completes this video. I feel like it was really short. Usually my videos are like a million hours long, so that's kind of an accomplishment. I hope that you guys would like this video. Let me know if there's any kind of videos that you guys would like to see me film. I don't really know what else to film other than like tutorials, but even when it comes to tutorials, I don't know what to film tutorials of. So yeah, if you have any suggestions, most of you guys like know me in real life if you're watching this, so just message me on any of my social media, which is linked down below in the description. Just let me know some of your ideas. I'm up for anything. I just need ideas. I'm not creative at all. Like, I can never think of things to film, so. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video about my brushes. These are brushes that I definitely wouldn't be able to do the makeup looks that I do on a daily basis without these brushes. They have definitely helped step up my makeup game. And if you're someone that's just looking for like a specific set of brushes that will all work for you, then these brushes all work for me really well. And sometimes when you actually buy a brush set, some of the brushes are kind of hit or miss and you don't really like them all, but these are all really great and they're all really affordable and nothing too expensive. But anyway, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos by me. But other than that, that is it. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!